Hi, everybody. Cody from the Way of the Void here. Just hoping that you know that this is just for entertainment purposes only. We're just trying to make you giggle a little bit. It's damn near designed so you can't learn anything from it. Just keep that in mind. It's just laughs, folks.
There is no other God. Satan killed him.
This is Eric.
This is Cody. Welcome to the Way of the Void. My turn. What's new?
Producer Nick
Yeah.
is not in the room with us.
Yeah, he left the show crying,
Yeah.
saying what you mean.
Yeah, we fired him.
Yeah.
We cut him.
Yeah. Trimming the fat, they call it.
Yeah, so let's just say at the Way of the Void HQ,
Yeah.
we take threats very serious,
Yeah.
and we take threats of weapons of mass seduction very serious.
Very seriously. And it wasn't working out. Nikki was around here throwing that thing around.
No.
So.
Oh, damn it.
What?
Nothing. Okay. Keep recording.
What's wrong with
Keep it going.
Oh, you fucker. All right. Yeah.
What were we talking about?
Yeah, we were talking about producer Nikki's absence. Nope, it's like he's here. It's like he's here.
Yeah. And look, I'm not Googling anything either.
I'm glad this is open.
It's fine.
Yeah, it's good for you.
It's poison.
So, no, producer Nikki had a prior engagement this time around, so we're going solo again like it's the old days.
Yeah. You had to go to the oyster fair.
So in the old days, I mean, you know.
Like 4 weeks ago.
Yeah, 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
What's new with you?
Not much. Me and the wife went to a comedy show last night.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. We saw Hannibal Buress.
Yeah, how it was.
Super good. Super funny. The seating was a little funky.
Yeah.
Because it was like, we kind of got there a little late because we wanted to get like some food and stuff first.
Where was it?
Where?
Yeah.
It was at the San Jose Improv.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and so like the last few rows are kind of like it's kind of like a table with like 4 chairs or whatever.
Club setup.
And then it kind of like it's like in this like kind of like a U curved kind of section, you know what I mean?
Right.
So the only seats that were left were like 2, and we had to sit with 2 fucking strangers.
Yeah.
And then so like they were like this, and they were like essentially pointed away from the stage. So like the whole time I like moved my chair and I was like cranked like this like the entire time.
Nice.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, duds that you had to sit at your table with, or
Yeah, they were dumb. Like right when we sat down, like the lady like looked at us and she was like, "This is awkward," and we're like, "Okay, bitch, whatever."
Yeah, all right.
Fuck, okay. Like,
Yeah, nobody talking to you, ho.
yeah.
Fuck.
And her fucking dorky looking boyfriend. He looked just like me, fucking glasses and a beard and a fucking dumb hat.
Club seating's fucking. I get it because it's a more camaraderie kind of. Everybody feels like more of a audience, especially for something like stand up comedy.
Yeah.
But it is weird. Just be like, all right, I don't even like that shit at like barbecue joints where it's like, all right, it's fucking mixed seating or whatever the fuck they call it.
Yeah, when you have to like sit with fucking strangers and
Yeah,
shit.
you're just like, I guess me and my lady will sit on the same side of this table across from your whole fucking family.
Yeah. Yeah, I hate that shit. The only time I ever am okay with it in a situation sort of like that is like at a breakfast diner when you sit at the bar.
Well, yeah,
and
but you're still like,
and you're like facing a different direction.
But everybody in that scenario knows that you've made a concession.
Yeah.
Like you've given up sitting with the fucking normal people that want their own table.
Yeah.
and you will sit at the bar with, fucking sad old men that have their own coffee mug. Mm-hmm. They always have their own mug.
They do. Yeah.
Come in every day to see Cheryl. Got my own coffee mug. She knows what I like.
In Watsonville, there's this diner called the Beach Street Diner.
Yeah.
It's on Beach Street.
Yeah.
And that one I used to sit at the bar with, and it was like a bunch of old cannery fucking dudes and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes they're fun.
Yeah, usually the fucking food was great.
Yeah.
I don't know if it is now. I haven't been there in like 20 years, but
Yeah, that place we went to when we were planning out the bachelor party.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
That place is like that too.
yeah.
Like they got a whole wall of cups and shit, and have all these old dudes on it.
Yeah.
Gary, fucking Greg, and Rick and Ed.
Do you think that's like their weird like claim to fame or whatever? They're like, man, yeah, I have my own cup at a diner.
No, most of these guys are like on the city council. I bet.
Oh, okay.
It's Scotts Valley.
That's true. Yeah.
There's a bunch of retirees and shit all pissed off.
Yeah.
What do you mean we have to get rid of the plastic bags? No.
I will say though, I don't really give a fuck about like the whole plastic bags and like
I'll say
straws too much. But a couple of months ago, I went to Pete's Coffee on my way home, and they had a cardboard like coffee lid. Like
really,
like like the weird sippy cup coffee lids, like the normal ones that you see it like.
But it was fucking cardboard.
But it was cardboard, dude. Talk about something that will turn somebody into a full blown fucking Republican.
Yeah,
dude, that shit was
just disintegrated
fucking,
on you.
Dude, I felt like I was putting my like lips to a fucking octopus the entire time. It was fucking
wet cardboard.
Yeah,
wet
it was
limp
like
cardboard.
Yeah, it was. I'm like, oh, cool. I guess I'm just pushing sauerkraut against my face,
just kissing this newspaper I found in a gutter.
Yeah.
No, the bag one I don't give a fuck about.
No, I don't give a fuck about
after
that.
they came out with with this the bags you get when they're all, I don't know what they make them out of, plants or whatever the fuck.
Yeah,
the ones we're allowed to have.
Yeah.
As
They're
dumb
made
as
out
that
of
sounds.
fucking potatoes.
Those
or some
things
shit.
are goddamn indestructible. I was like, all right, fuck it. You don't have to worry about those things breaking.
Yeah.
They're more expensive. I don't give a fuck. Mm-hmm. We all know the rule because here in this great state, is it the state or is it the county?
It might be a county thing.
It might be a county thing, but anyways, where we live, you have to pay 25 cents per bag is what they do. But if you do this fun little hack and just wait till after she fucking hits total and then be like, oh, can I have a bag? Then you just watch them sweat. Are they going to do it? Are they going to ask? Are they not?
Yeah, they fucking blow the whistle and some guy in a fucking Hawaiian shirt comes up.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a
What else is new?
Not much, man. Same old shit. The last episode that we recorded was kind of a wacky one.
I love it.
I have had 3 wacky ones in a row.
I know you picked good creature ones. I picked terrifying fucking creature ones that I don't know anything about until I get into it. And then I'm like, oh well, fuck.
Yeah,
Yours are silly and fun.
Yeah, like their very first episode, Number Stations, was okay, but I feel like it was just kind of stale because it's like at the end of the day, like the most interesting thing about it is that it might be spies.
Dude,
and
you were texting me like you're like shell shocked from the research from that.
Yeah.
Like the level of dork that you had to fucking interact with was like you were texting me pretty nonstop. I think it don't take this the wrong way, but I think it fucking shell shocked you away from like the non-cryptid.
I think it turned me away from anything with the
governmental conspiracy,
with the scent of academia.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like I'm like, oh, there's real research about this.
Yeah, I could sense it in you. I could see it in your face. Because all of them have been like, fucking no. We're gonna go out in the woods and find something weird.
Yeah, I might do a spooky one next.
Yeah,
I might do a spooky one. Yeah, we'll see.
That's the fun. That's one of the fun parts of the show is kind of deciding what you're gonna do. Because there's always something new. You just type in paranormal, and then it's like a Mad Lib.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's like, I don't know about you, but I have, and it's clear to anybody looking at me that I have just like fucking crippling ADHD.
Yeah.
And it's destroyed the majority of my life. And
Yeah.
but usually I will get sick of things super fast and get over stuff. But I think the fact that we have to research new things every week, it's like
it's a new rabbit hole
it makes
for
it
you.
fun. It's like it's like a new rabbit hole constantly.
I can attest to that. To your ADHD.
Oh yeah.
I can attest to that, dude. Giving you directions somewhere is a fucking that's a task. You have to spice it up quick. Dude.
Oh yeah. No, it's funny because like
I'm sorry Tolkien doesn't write the fucking map quests for you.
Like Vanessa will be, she'll like we'll be driving somewhere and she'll do like the whatever the fucking Apple Maps or whatever the fuck to like get us somewhere. And she's like, oh, it's a left up here. And then like within like 35 seconds, I'm like, is it a left up here?
Yeah.
I'm like, where am I turning?
I've been in the car.
Oh yeah.
I've been in there with you. Yeah. It's fun.
Fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck it, man.
It's fun.
I've
been in the car when you're like, which way am I going, babe?
Yeah. I started fucking panicking. It's one of those things where like,
dude, she told you like 3 times.
I have to constantly check it.
Yeah.
Or I'll fucking forget.
Right.
I'll die. Or get lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. What's been new with me? Let's see. You know what? I started rewatching the Hell House movies.
Oh.
Dude, they hold up.
Do they?
All made, like pretty recently. But like they're good rewatches, Then there's like 4 of them. But they're all super fucking independent and like really well. They tie all of them in, which is something I haven't seen very well done in horror in a long time.
Man, do you remember when we were fucking kids and shit? And like, not to interrupt you, but I'm gonna. But like, it's like watching like Friday the 13th is like the best example.
Yeah,
is like. The first movie is clearly a different movie from everything else.
Yeah.
And then just like in the middle of the movie, they'll just like throw in like crazy characters and they're just like, oh, he's like a fucking a demon and it's a and it's a family curse.
Yeah.
And he's been chasing this one kid this whole time. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, those are like that was back when they the guys that made Friday the 13th, they'll be the first ones to tell you. Like they were trying to do Halloween and they were trying to do a cash grab. Like they were trying to just make money. And so that was kind of the beauty of it. It reminds me of this in a lot of ways where they were just like, we're going to fucking just fly by the seat of our pants here for every new one that comes out. Like, they would get there and be like, well, it doesn't connect to the last movie. And they'd be like, shut the fuck up, Gary. We don't need this right now. All right, write it in. It doesn't matter. Jesus. Like that was like that filmmaking for sure. And then I don't know, it kind of gets muddled up a little bit with like Nightmare on Elm Street. That's when they start playing with like different dimensions, like Cool World.
Yeah.
Actually, he came into our world now.
Yeah.
From the movie. That's when that shit went off the fucking rails.
That went off the rails with that shit hard.
Then after that, you notice that like those franchises are they die out. There's not too many of them that are like really long anymore. There's like Final Destination, Scream, that are modern examples of that. Didn't start in like the 80s.
And it's also like a lot of them. I think like Halloween is probably the only one that's like been successfully like rebooted because that thing's been like rebooted like 3 fucking times.
Oh, all of them are. People talk shit on the Rob Zombie one. It is gross.
Yeah,
like it's super gross. But so are Rob Zombie movies.
Yeah,
like I don't know. If you were shocked by that, but
I think they're all pretty entertaining. I didn't see.
But it was success. I remember being successful.
Yeah, I didn't see the Munsters though.
Successful.
The Munsters look crazy.
No, dude, I tapped out. Yeah. I saw it going down. Like you kind of like 31 is when I tapped out.
What's that witch movie that he made?
Oh fuck.
The Lords of Salem.
Yeah, the movie sucked.
Yeah, and his like wife is like some old weird hippie
he can't
witch.
Help himself, dude. Yeah. She's got to be. Like when he's writing one, she's like, "Where's my role?" Like he's not getting away from it.
Yeah.
Even though.
Yeah. Do you think he gets a tax credit for putting his wife in the movie?
No, I know what he gets if he doesn't. It's fucking grief. So, like, he probably just adds it in there. But when she starts taking the main character reins, then I'm like, fuck. Yeah, this ain't gonna be.
She played Morticia.
Yeah.
No, that's Addams Family.
That's the Addams Family. Yeah, she played fucking Lily Munster.
There you go.
Yeah. So I've been rewatching the Hell Houses. They've been pretty good. I've been getting some. Oh, check this out. So, a colleague of mine that I work with, this was kind of funny. This was kind of weird. I had some cool feelings about it. But a colleague of mine that I work with, he was his buddy was bringing him lunch one day, and his buddy shows up and is listening to the pod, listening to this.
No.
And he knows of you, right? Yeah. And so he shows up and he's like, yeah, dude, this podcast is he was telling basically the guy that works under me.
Yeah.
Like this is like what I'm listening to, whatever. And like my buddy got to be like, well, the other guy, it's that guy over there, like pointed me out.
Sick.
Yeah. And then check this out. He was like, oh, I want to go fucking say what's up. And like the guy that works under me was like, no, he wouldn't like that. Don't do that, please. And I was just like, that's what's up. Thank you.
That's what's up.
Thank you. But that was it was surreal.
Who was it?
Who the guy that works under me?
No.
Or the guy that came?
Yeah.
Wes. Do used to work with, I think he does what Victor did.
Oh, he works with Victor.
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah.
All right. Friend of the show, Wes. Okay.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty tight.
Yeah, shout out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like the only one that's reached out to me. You get all the feedback.
I do get a lot of the feedback.
No, Gerald, my buddy Gerald, he's been loving it.
Yeah, he's been
I got
all
a
over.
testimonial.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, Gerald Stryker tattoo on Instagram.
I will say one thing.
Tattoos.
Don't take it the wrong way, but
Yeah,
friend of the show, Parker from Junk Food Dinner.
right.
He was listening to the Frogman episode, loved it.
Yeah,
Born and raised Ohio,
yeah.
and then he had a different take on the Sandown Clown.
Different take than mine.
He came away from the episode being a believer
In what?
in that it's like a spooky clown alien thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm not going to say people aren't entitled to think what they want to
Yeah.
think. All I'm saying is, please, just find me any other occurrence where the alien's in a tool shed. When does the spaceship look like a tool shed?
I know.
When else does that happen?
Yeah. My spaceship looks like a van with no handles on the inside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The inside of a spaceship looked just like a restroom at KFC. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. They come away believers. That's we've done our job. Like I said, like I hope it's apparent. Like I really, really hope that I'm wrong about the Sandown Clown.
Yeah.
I really do hope it's real.
It's funny
It
because
just lends itself to another
in
narrative.
that circumstance, it's probably one of the only times in the Way of the Void history
Yeah.
that the phenomenon actually being an alien
Yeah.
or an interdimensional entity is the least frightening possibility.
Yeah. You're like hoping for it.
Yeah, you're like, I hope.
You're like, I hope All Color Sam is like a nice alien.
Yeah,
From fucking wherever.
yeah, and not some
Yeah.
Instagram influencer is gonna come beat him up in the middle of a Walmart.
No, dude, it's the other way. It is the fucking farmer they went up to. There's this simple kid lives out in a shed in the woods. That's why he told the kids to fuck off.
Yeah,
Leave him alone.
leave him alone.
Let him play clowns in his shed.
Yeah, but besides that, I've been pretty good, man. I've just been
Nice.
chilling. I've been painting a lot of Warhammer. Well, not okay.
You got your new army.
I painted. No. I'm fucking still painting my old army.
Oh, good.
But
Financial decisions, everyone.
don't look at me for your financial. If you want to have a good time, look at me.
Yeah.
But don't look at me for financial advice, please.
They're going to attest to that.
It'll be bad advice, but I'll give it if you ask for it.
Yeah.
I'll be like, you should buy that shit.
Yeah. That's fucking tight. It is fucking tight. You told me you have a new army coming.
Yeah. It's coming on Tuesday. It should be here.
Ooh,
Yeah.
boy.
So I'm gonna really try my hardest to open up that box and start building. Because if I put that thing on a shelf, it will sit there for 5 years.
Yeah.
And then I'll eventually just sell it on eBay.
I'm putting my money on the ladder. Don't take this the wrong way. But
It's okay. No, it's happened. It's happened to me many times.
yeah.
Because I have
This
I
is
have
not
this-
the first army that will
No.
yet to grace a battlefield.
Oh no. A couple of years ago, I started during the pandemic. I started like hoarding a Tyranid army.
Oh, I thought you were going to say silver.
There's let's not get into that. It's buried somewhere. So yeah, it's gonna put my kids through college.
Yep.
It's gonna put Milo through college, through clown college.
He's the Sandown Clown.
He is the Sandown Clown.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's not here this time. I don't know. He hung out for a couple episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He got over it.
Yeah, he got over it quick.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that you're ready. Get the Lord in you today.
Always.
Yeah, baby. We're going biblical today.
Biblical.
I'm
Ooh.
so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope we don't lose all of our Christian listeners.
Ooh. All right. I'm gonna have a little preemptive strike here. All right. If you're Christian and you're listening to this, thank you for listening. 1 and 2. There's a warning at the beginning of this that says I'm fucking around. I'm not here.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
We'll re-record
No, I'm
that.
fucking with you. No.
We'll re-record that warning one day.
Yeah, one day.
Yeah.
No, but this is gonna probably be rough for you. Just saying, we're going into the good book today, or actually, we're going what was not allowed in the good book. My topic is the Book of Enoch, baby. Yeah,
This is a good one. I love the Book of Enoch.
yeah,
Yeah.
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 The Book of Enoch, for those that don't know, so the Bible pretty much is comprised of old Hebrew text, most of which, and the oldest examples of which, we found in the Dead Sea Scrolls. Well, what you don't know is that the Bible that you're probably reading, that's not all of it. There's many books that were deemed not in canon with the story of the Bible.
They put it into legends like
Yeah.
like Lucasfilms?
Yeah, dude.
Okay.
Yeah. They're like, I'm sorry, this doesn't meet the terms for canon.
Not to go off topic, but is the Book of Enoch doesn't have any Jesus stuff in it, right? It's like
we'll get into that.
Okay, okay.
It's different. They're not sure.
Yeah. Because
There is like a Messiah and like a prophet, but he's called the Son of Man.
okay. Because I heard that there was some that there's a bit of a time jump in the Bible.
What,
The
Jesus?
Jesus Bible, what's it called? The King James
yeah.
Bible. Is that the one with Jesus in it?
Well, there's many different incarnations of the Bible. The King James is like the one you find in hotels and stuff. It's like the most popular.
Yeah. And
That one, I think he goes from like 13 to 33 or
so, yeah,
something.
so like I heard that there's missing books of like between 13 and 33.
There could be. I don't think
Yeah.
he's not. I don't think he's directly referenced by name.
Okay.
In the Book of Enoch.
Okay.
But this is one book of a couple that didn't make the cut. There's the Book of Jubilee and there's
There's a
all
fucking X-Men in this?
dude. Yeah. But this is the one that they didn't let in because of all of the wild, wacky, and I'm going to tell you, Eric, fucking erotic content that's in this bad boy.
I like erotic content.
Oh, yeah. You're going to like this.
My favorite content.
Yeah. You told me that you've always wanted to make a comic book out of this. And I'm telling you right now, you're going to need those boys from Japan.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We're getting one of those. So the Book of Enoch, like most biblical books, it breaks down into different books that are within it. And what struck me about it too, like when you get into the biblical stuff, what struck me about it is how fucking insanely boring it is to try to get the story out of it. Like biblical texts are not fucking fun to read. No.
It doesn't flow.
No. But luckily, because the audience, there's a lot of fucking Cliff Note books and, you know, big print, small words, you get it. Anyway, so I was hitting up a bunch of those, being a fucking moron myself.
Yeah.
And every single one, every incantation of this book is fucking magical, right? So we start off with the Book of the Watchers. Now, the one thing about the Book of Enoch is it gets like one of the many things that the church, it's not just the church. This book, which was found in the Dead Sea Scrolls, found in that cave, part of all the other books that we got regarding the Bible.
So was it all found at the same time?
Yeah.
Like
well, they were found between like 1941 and 1950.
Okay,
When the site like closed, they stopped excavating stuff.
Okay.
There could be more shit.
But they found like legit biblical texts that like are in the Bible.
Most of it. Yeah.
Okay. Most of it is like
it's in
canon.
there. Yeah.
But it just so happens.
But there's a couple pieces, a couple books, a couple volumes. But these books are huge. Like these scrolls are fucking huge and ancient. And
the fuck were they made out of?
Some kind of papyrus kind of shit, you know.
They're still intact. That's wild.
Well, they were wrapped up and put in jars,
Oh, okay.
like airtight.
Oh, okay.
fucking jars.
They're pickled.
Basically, yeah. So they found them all wrapped up there. There's even one made out of copper. It's like a big old thing of copper. It's like fucking ancient as fuck too. They don't know where the fuck it came from.
Damn. Where did they find us?
The Middle East.
Cool.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
By the way, that's the world for the story I'm about to tell. It's fucking crazy how small it is.
Hold on.
You play producer Nikki's
I'll be
part?
producer Nikki.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me just fumble over this for 20 fucking minutes.
I got it open right here.
Yep. You're right. Middle East.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep.
Where is the Dead Sea?
Who fucking cares?
No, yeah. Like, that's true. Good call.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just keep this going.
They're in the Israel Museum.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It says Jerusalem.
Yeah. Get off my nuts.
Sorry.
Anyways, they were found in the Dead Sea Scrolls were found in a cave in the Middle East. 1941. The Quran caves. That's what they.
Yeah.
The Qumran caves.
Okay.
Near Aaron Fishka in the West Bank. There.
Oh, the West Bank.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't clear it up for you? Fuck. All right, let's move on then. It's in the Middle East.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's like the entire world at this point. And like it's crazy how like interconnected they're like Enoch, like the guy, Enoch, that is Methuselah's dad, who is Noah from like Noah's Ark.
Yeah.
That's his granddad.
Okay.
Like they're all these dudes, like Solomon's connected all, like they're all fucking in there.
Okay.
But anyways, the Book of the Watchers is where we're going to start our story. Just, I'm going to get everybody chubbed up. So the Watchers are a sect of angels. And they have one job. God came in and God was like, hey, all right, fuck faces. This is day one. Do you see my fucking pink hairless apes I just made? I want you to go down there and watch them. Don't touch. All right? And then he left the fucking room. And so they were watching, and it says that they all started lusting after our women.
Can I
Yeah.
add something to that?
Yeah, of course.
I heard that this is one of the reasons why historically women veil.
Oh, because of the angels?
And they're all covered up, and it's actually it's been misinterpreted, and it's actually because of lustful angels.
Lustful angels, baby. The celestial dick.
Yeah. But I'm no biblical scholar.
So the Watchers, they're about 200 of them, and they start talking amongst each other. And their fucking leader, he goes, "Why don't we go down there? Why don't we go down there? Fucking hit the clubs, impress them, wingspan, fucking built, all cut,
Yeah.
like a fucking Marvel hero. Go down there and we'll get these hoes." And they did. And what resulted, according to the Book of Enoch and the Book of the Watchers, is angels mated with us humans and made like fucking giant beastly children. Now here's where it gets super cool. We've found skeletons of some really big people. We found them all over the place. There's like these famous ones that are like all these like red-haired fucking giants and shit.
Yeah.
I want to say a museum has them. Like
The
the
Smithsonian.
Smithsonian. They have them. They're not on display.
Yeah, like if you look, there's a bunch of like newspaper clippings
Yeah.
from back in the day of them like talking about it and
Yeah.
like having pictures of them and shit.
They compare the skull to a regular human skull, dude. The thing is fucking huge. It's like easily 3 or 4 times the size.
We will definitely be doing a show on red-haired giants one day.
My brother.
Your brother? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
it's you.
Yeah. No, I'm not that tall.
No.
No, but so we do have like skeletons of these things, right? So guess what? God gets a wind. He comes down. He's like, what has been going on here while I was off doing whatever? And they have to fess up, which I think is fucking hysterical. That they're like, God, we did a thing.
It got kind of weird.
Yeah. So remember those little pink monkeys that you told us to watch? Might have fucked them. Like, the one thing. So he looks down there. He sees all the fucking giant children. And apparently they're like beastly. They're savage. They're simple. They can't fucking. They're not fucking functioning right. We don't mix with angels, dude. We don't. That's what the Book of Enoch's trying to tell us.
Okay.
It's no. It's a no-fly zone. But they flew. Anyway, God decides, I got a good remedy for this. And he fucking decides to drop the whole ant farm in the drink. And that's why he causes the flood.
Oh, that's why he causes the flood.
That's why the flood happened.
Okay.
But he didn't want to kill all of us because he wanted a couple to, that's the thing when you read the Book of Enoch is like his kind of presence and shit. He's much more like a kid with like an ant,
Okay.
like an ant farm or like a kid, like
Yeah.
Like he's like, oh, we save a couple of them, get rid of the rest.
Okay.
Like that's how he's kind of operating.
Yeah. Like it's way more of him kind of like
Which I think is tight.
like workshopping this whole thing.
Yeah, I think it's tight.
Yeah.
He's like figuring it out. He's like, okay, all right. Note to self: don't let the angels watch the fucking lab. All right. One day we'll have key fobs. Then I'll figure out who fucked the angels, huh? Who fucked the humans?
Who fucked the little monkeys?
Yeah. I don't know if time works the same way. He's probably up there. I was gone for 15 minutes. What happened?
Yeah, and this is obviously after Adam and Eve and all that stuff.
Because there's like humans.
There's humans.
Yeah,
there's like
humans
there's
and
already a
us,
civilization.
Yeah. That's the other part. Like the Book of Enoch's kind of taken like out of the middle of the thing.
Oh, okay.
They're like, well, get rid of that. And
so,
it's cut. Like it's not just cut from Christianity. Judaism doesn't accept the Book of Enoch. Neither does Christianity.
Yeah, and probably it's probably not in the Quran.
No, I don't think Islam.
Yeah,
is,
Islam.
I don't really think they give a fuck about Enoch.
No,
Like,
but you know what
yeah.
though? You know what's interesting is I believe that the name that Enoch is referenced in the Bible though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's all very small. Like the world that the Bible was written in, like their entire world was pretty much the Middle East.
Yeah.
A little bit of Africa, Egypt and stuff. But it was a very fucking small world. They're all kind of connected like that. Like they had to say like, oh yeah, Methuselah's dad, Enoch, Noah's granddad. That happens a lot. Like way more than you'd think,
Okay.
And like all of the all the prophets and stuff, like they're all connected and stuff. Like John the Baptist, like the Baptist Church is from John the Baptist.
Weren't they? Wasn't Enoch like super old?
They're all super old.
Yeah.
Methuselah is like a slang for somebody that's old as fuck.
Okay, yeah. They're like hundreds
you see
of
some
years
like
old, right?
lady, fucking old man driving some car like 30 miles an hour on the fucking freeway. You're like, oh, Methuselah over here. But like I've always heard that as like a term for somebody's hell old.
Okay.
But like Noah was supposed to be 600.
Yeah.
And then Methuselah is older than that.
Plausible.
Yeah, totally. Totally. Anyways, once the flood happens and stuff, then like everything kind of like calms down. The Book of the Watchers, they kind of turn into these fallen angels that are trapped on Earth.
And that is like the least wacky
So
tale.
So their punishment was to live on the place where they're able to fuck everyone.
No. I don't think they're allowed to do that anymore. Like it says that they're like chained to like earthly places.
Okay.
And like fucking can't, they're bummed.
Okay.
Yeah. They don't have free range anymore. They're not watchers anymore. These are so interesting enough. Like this book, like the story I kind of just told you. Remember the Nicolas Cage movie, fucking City of Angels? Like he's a watcher angel.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Right? Like that's kind of what they do. They just fucking hover around on fucking skyscrapers. But he even did the thing where he was like, you know what? I'm gonna go for Meg Ryan.
That's true. Yeah.
And how'd the fucking man upstairs take that? He was like, oh yeah? All right, why don't you become human? And then I'm gonna hit her with a fucking big rig. And see how you like that. Yeah. It's called grief, buddy. Enjoy it. Don't come crawling back to daddy. I told you, you're going to live under my house, my rules.
Spicy boss.
Dude, God's a real spicy boss. I love that old biblical shit. Especially when you're playing the fucking Space Marines right now. You're like, dude, it's the fucking Emperor, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
But they let a lot of shit slide. Like, I never realized, like, dude, they're all against, like, witchcraft and shit, like, modern day kind of Christians and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, dude, they're, like, one of their main dudes, like King Solomon, he had a ring that can control demons.
Well, dude, like, that's one of the whole things with, like, the occultism and stuff like that. Like a lot of the occult, like, practices and stuff, it all stems from, like, King Solomon.
Yeah,
and,
the key of Solomon and the hierarchy of demons and all that. Yeah, my own thoughts on that. What it probably was, because it was a ring that gave you special powers to, and the only thing you could really do with it was like he made them work. He made them build his temples.
Oh,
yeah.
huh?
I'm like, oh yeah, demons, huh?
Demons.
All right.
Sounds like he just got them all addicted to crack, and it's just like, give you more crack if you build this temple.
Yeah. Kiss the ring first.
Yeah.
You hit a witch on the payroll too. Mm-hmm. Like she would fucking commune with the dead and shit and tell him stuff. But he's just in the he made the cut. This book's so wild that this didn't make the cut, but King Solomon and his
made the cut. Yeah.
Witch concubine and his goddamn power fucking Captain Planet ring. He got in.
And I don't know much about like any of this stuff, but like King Solomon within like biblical text, is he looked upon as like a bad guy, or is
dude, he's the shit.
Okay, he's the shit. Okay,
yeah, dude, he's one of God's boys.
Okay.
Yeah, he comes in and fucking cleans house, builds big ass temples and shit. Tells everybody they're fucking wrong. Jesus is the way,
Yeah, well, I think that like the Freemasons and stuff, like they have a lot of stuff about like the Solomon's temple.
Oh yeah, they love him.
Yeah,
they fucking love him.
Yeah,
they love him. They don't love this guy so much. They don't love Enoch.
I know.
No. Because after that, you get into
haters.
Yo, fuck! You have no idea. Dude. YouTube it.
Oh.
YouTube, like clergy talk the Book of Enoch or something. Like, oh baby,
they get worked up.
They fucking hate it. And like the reasoning behind it is pretty funny because they basically use like fancy academia terms to be like, they put the Bible in and then somebody threw in like an ancient comic book.
Oh yeah.
Of the times.
Yeah.
It could be whatever.
Yeah, they pretty much said that this shit is fan fiction, right?
Right, pretty much.
Yeah.
Or like an entertainment thing. Like literally like a comic book.
Oh, okay.
Like somebody like, it would be like, what they're basically saying is that somebody buried it would be like somebody buried like, the Hall of Records of Congress or whatever. And then at the very end, somebody like threw in one of your fucking like Conan the Barbarian books.
Yeah.
And then like when they found it,
or put in
years
like
later, they were like, why isn't this in there?
Or mixed in a bunch of like Captain America with like American history.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sounds pretty sick to me.
Like that's like they get fired up too. Okay. They get fired up. Not so much like the theologians and whatnot, like the people that aren't really religious, but they just study like culture.
They study the ancient texts.
They're just like, oh, it's super fascinating.
Yeah.
But, these guys don't like it. So after that, it gets real fucking wild because you're basically being told about Enoch's fucking alien abductions. Yeah. I'm talking straight up alien abductions. They're not like perceived that way because you don't read them with like a modern understanding of something. But there's this entire volume in the Book of Enoch, another book that is just about. It has some biblical fucking astrological fucking name. I'm not going to even try to pronounce.
Yeah.
But basically, it's the written accounts of God, big ass air quotes around that, coming down and taking him up to heaven. And heaven is this kind of room that seems like it goes on for a long ways, full of blinking jewels.
Much like a shed.
Much like a fucking space. Yeah.
Like a
like
space
you keep
shed.
reading it. And it's funny too, because it starts off with like God bringing him up there and like, you know, he's kind of like, check it out. Dope, huh? Yeah. I act like you fucking haven't seen this shit, dude. Like, this shit is dope compared to what you've seen. It's fucking sand. Yeah, whatever. Look at my shit. Right? And then he goes back down and then he comes back up and it's like, all right, time for school. And he starts like schooling him on a bunch of different stuff, on like what actually happened in the garden and or mathematics, shit like that.
Okay.
And so it does mimic like it lends itself to my Ancient Alien boys.
Do you know if any of the stuff that he tells Enoch contradicts the stuff that's in the normal Bible? Like because you said like, oh, he tells you what really happened in the Garden of Eden. Is that where like the whole like Lilith thing comes into play?
No, she's mentioned.
Is she actually in the Bible, the Lilith lady?
Yeah,
or
it's
no?
Adam's
Okay.
first wife.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. You know, because he got divorced.
He got a divorce.
Yeah, I know, dude.
Yeah. Is that whole vampire thing really in the Bible, or like with the Lilith legend? Because in
terms of what?
just because they in a bunch of like vampire media, they're always saying that Lilith was the first vampire.
No,
is that just
no? She's the mother of beasts, but that is kind of like a title that is given because she decides to live outside the garden and just be kind of feral. So basically, Adam was married first to Lilith before Eve was created, and Lilith. It says that Lilith would not submit to her husband. Fucking tell me about it. Right? Am I right? Story as old as time. It was the first marriage ever created and ended in divorce. Fuck. So anyways, Adam has to go back to like God. Like this is in the story, the regular story, not even the Book of Enoch shit. This is just weird Bible shit now. But he has to go back to him and be like,
and bitch about his wife,
dude. He's like, Dad, it's not working out. Like, fucking, do you see what I have to work with? And then God was like, all right, cool. I'll make you a new one. Give me a rib. That's why he used.
Okay, so he made his wife a part of him.
And then so what Lilith got was she got banished from the garden, but she wanted that anyways. So she gets the term the mother of beasts because she lives out there all feral with the beasts.
Yeah, and turns into some weird like.
After that, it's like folklore and stuff that takes over. Like, she doesn't have too much after that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just because like I always hear about this like her being like the mother of the occult or like vampires.
The mother like of monsters.
Yeah, so like that's why I thought it might have been in there.
Because they label her like the queen of the mother of beasts because she lives ferally outside of God's.
Yeah. And every like
or whatever.
In all media, like anytime there's like a fucking supernatural like lady monster, it's always named Lilith. Always.
I know. It's funny. Most of the renditions of Lilith I've seen. A-okay.
Yeah.
There's a whole Reddit just for Lilith fan art.
Yeah, I think that our boy Adam probably should have just stuck it out.
Oh my god, dude! You should see the fucking Reddit rabbit hole I went down with the angel erotica. Dude, the Watchers, dude. There's a lot of fan fiction.
I will fucking definitely be putting that in.
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of fan fiction of the angels coming down. Dude. You have no idea what you're typing in. You're just like, fucking Book of Enoch angel. And then it's just like, you want angel erotica?
Oh, do you know what's the like the angel description of the one with like all the rings and the burning eyeball?
Oh, that's the bit like actual biblical description of angels.
Yeah. Be not afraid or whatever.
Yeah. They had to say that. Yeah, if you don't know what we're talking about, an angel, according to actual biblical text, doesn't look like a human with wings. It looks like a fucking kaleidoscope of eyeballs with wings attached to that. Which I thought's fucking dope.
I would probably be afraid though.
This stuff makes me fucking more. Oh, sorry. Makes me more pumped on like biblical shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like if you just try to go get like the fucking Book of Enoch and read it, unless you're like super into that biblical way of storytelling, like, it's rough.
Theologian or whatever.
Yeah, it's like rough to get through. Like, I know I'm paraphrasing a lot. It's because I'm fucking. It's hard to get through.
Yeah,
you need some fucking cliff notes. And a lot of that stuff gets changed in the cliff notes. Like, that's a lot about the biblical shit is like, we still have very little understanding of like what they actually fucking meant.
Yeah.
Like, and you see it kind of like through and through of it. It really is just kind of like, okay, we have to set up. It's the gnarliest time for human beings to be alive ever.
Yeah.
Like, it's worse than medieval times.
Jesus.
And so there you could see it in like the writing. Like, we need a framework for people to not die on the regular. Don't eat pork. There's no refrigeration and it fucking kills everything that eats it.
Not to go off topic, but have you ever read that comic book, The God Damned?
No.
It's so fucking tight.
What is it?
I think it's pretty much about I think it's about Cain and Abel.
Yeah.
And it's about like one of the like they're obviously, I think they're like Adam, or I don't know who's fucking kids. Are they Noah's kids or are they Adam's kids? I don't know.
There's somebody's kids.
There's somebody's kids, and it's them living in like ancient, like biblical times and stuff like that.
Story of like the first murder.
Yeah, the first murder, and it's like super fucking gory and brutal and shit. And
like,
when
Cain kills Abel.
Yeah. And it just like, because I think like the world is like super like apocalyptic after that.
Yeah.
And it's like kind of just shows like the world that they live in and stuff. Yeah.
Right.
It's sick. If I have it, I will let you borrow it. I actually, side note, I actually bought it when me and you were in LA on your
your comic book shop?
Yeah, during your bachelor weekend getaway. Yeah.
Yeah, the Golden Apple.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The friend of the show, Golden Apple.
Yeah. Everybody's a friend of the show.
Fuck it.
So apart from that, dude, the Book of Enoch also tells about Enoch's like dreams where God visited him or angels visited him in a dream. And like it gets to the point too where like he has a lot of visits from God. And I like to think that, because if you think about this, in our fucking current 2025 minds, you're like, I'm pretty sure this dude just muttering to himself, fucking desert.
Yeah. Yeah.
Visiting God nightly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And God's pretty fucking, you're coming. He's not like, I don't want to go to that.
No,
like,
you're getting scooped up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how it all says it happens too. He gets sucked into the sky.
Whoa.
Raised to the heavens. Yeah, baby.
Yeah, I could see why theologians don't like this book.
Yeah. It gives you a weird sense. Like angels were kind of like, they're like rogue soldiers and shit. Like there's a whole hierarchy of them. Like Azazel, who's one of the fallen. Like that's the other thing too. The Watcher angels, they didn't just like get fall. Like they're now like they're kind of demons now.
Okay.
Like they're kind of like with Lucifer, but that was a different fall. That was the war in heaven.
Yeah.
But like he didn't take him either. Like,
Lucifer didn't take him?
No, dude. I want a fucking half-stepper, fucking weird Epstein angels in my fucking crew. Fuck that. Like I wouldn't take him either. Would you? Like, what'd you guys get in trouble for? Like me, I fucking tried to fist fight my dad in his throne room. And like he fucking got pissed.
You're like, I
sicked my brother on me, and now I'm stuck down here. What'd you guys do? And you're like, well,
I fucked all the pets.
Yeah, yeah. I rallied all his cats.
I don't know, man. Those guys sound like they party.
Nah, dude, you don't want them at their table either.
Nah, I guess not. But you know me, I like to collect the riffraff.
No, they seem like the Watcher angels seem like they're like talk closer. They're close talkers.
Oh, okay, yeah.
They seem like they don't really. Personal space probably isn't a thing. No, the demons that are already in hell, they're like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Guys, the Watchers are coming.
These creeps.
Fucking horniest angels ever. They had one fucking job. Literally one job and one rule. Like, they were like, he was like, watch. Don't touch. I'm going to go get coffee for us. All right? Don't fucking touch. God damn it.
They touched him.
Yeah. And then he comes back from like a fucking Starbucks run or whatever. God's like, fuck. What the fuck's going on here? Yeah. Yeah. I wouldn't want him in my crew either. If you're fucking the king of hell and everything, you got like a reputation to seek after, dude. Metalheads like love you. They're not gonna love these dudes.
No.
You know, the Watcher angels, when they meet the black metalheads, they're just like, I love your long hair.
They might behave like them.
Yeah. Yeah. All the best tricks. But then you get his dream sequence books. You get like all of the children, the giants, they had their own name, like the hierarchies addressed. So they were called the Nephilim. And that was the mixture of fucking angel and human hybrids.
Yeah. Didn't they say a Goliath was one?
I think he's mentioned. He's like a runt.
Yeah.
Like, these things are mentioned as being like big
They're
as
like
fuck.
giant.
Yeah.
Giant.
Yeah, I don't know. Everything in the biblical texts are like, you know, a cubit. I don't know what the fuck that is. So.
Yeah.
I think it's like a yard.
Okay.
But they're like, they're like 16 cubits tall and shit. So like they're big monsters.
Yeah. They're like monsters. They're not like
they're not like kids.
They're not like
they look all fucked up and they're all fucking.
They're not like
savage
giant. They're not
and
like
can't
giant
fucking
men.
function.
They're like literally monsters.
Yeah,
right?
they're like monsters.
Okay.
Yeah, which is another way to put it. Like, you know, he typed this into Reddit too. Like one of the first ones to pop up is just some fucking monster on Reddit being like, "Oh yeah, the story of God drowning his mongoloid giant babies." Fuck. I was like, "Wow, that's the Reddit way to spin stuff, I guess." Yep. Oh, fuck. So after the dream books and the fucking like, well, all right. So it goes the Watcher books, and then it goes the fucking dream books, and then it goes the fucking astrological books.
Do the dream books, are those the ones where he gets sucked up?
No, those are his actual astrological. Like he gets to go fucking see shit. This is what a lot of the ancient alien dudes latch onto, is because he's like, obviously, their point is that he's obviously seeing the inside of a spaceship.
He's been abducted.
But it also points out too, like some of them have some wild theories that it's possibly us, like time traveling. Like we time traveled back to biblical times. Yeah. Like colored lights isn't necessarily what an alien craft would have.
No.
That's very like
modern day.
Yeah, dude, that sounds like the fucking pressure pod from the abyss.
Yeah.
Like, it's got like, you know, blinky lights and shit. That's a very human descriptor. So like a lot of them think it could be time traveling. Like all I know is that they fucked this movie opportunity up real bad. That Russell Crowe shit's garbage.
Isn't that the Aronofsky guy? Didn't he make it?
Oh yeah, Black Swan dude.
Yeah, the Black Swan dude.
Like a fucking tool bag.
But all his movies are just like weird, kind of zany dramas, and then he comes out with this crazy biblical one with all this like fucking.
No, they're usually all dark and shit, aren't they? Yeah.
I guess Black Swan's cool.
No,
all right,
not really.
Did you ever see The Fountain?
No. Did you see Mother?
No.
Yeah, that one's fucking wild.
Okay. That one's one of those movies where like everything is a metaphor, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. I like that shit because I like artsy bullshit, but like at the same time, I'm also like,
you'd love to claw and bite your way through the fucking Book of Enoch. I know that.
Yeah.
Dude, Naked Lunch makes more sense than this fucking thing. Like,
goddamn, I almost swallowed my fucking nicotine patch.
Like, dude, like this is fucking God's rough draft for like a reason.
Yeah.
Like the minute you kind of get the gist of it, you're instantly like, I understand
why this one was left on the cutting room floor.
Why the Pope's like, you know, I don't know if we need to tell him about the Watchers.
I also hear that I've heard that some of this stuff is also left out because it kind of gives the impression of God like second guessing himself a lot.
Well, it gives the impression that God isn't always loving.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay.
Like
Yeah, okay.
he makes some pretty drastic decisions. You know.
Hard and fast.
Yeah, hard and fast. You know, because they, you know, once you get past, like once you get kind of into the Renaissance and stuff, God becomes more loving, like through time.
Yeah.
You know, until we get like now. Where, you know,
where he's just
he's supposed to be this like all-encompassing loving thing.
Yeah.
Like Old Testament God didn't fuck around.
Yeah.
Dude. And you weren't just like one of his boys automatically. You had to like, dude, you're gonna kill your son for me. You're gonna fight some lions, homie, for me. Then we can fucking talk. Like he straight up, you had to get like jumped in to God's boys. It's fucking Old Testament God did not fuck around. Get in this rowboat. You're going inside a whale. Shut up. Get in the fucking boat. You know? And I need you to build a fucking boat. I need to put all these animals on it. All right? Don't worry. It's like 12.
no dinosaurs.
Yeah. No. The dinosaurs stay. They piss me off.
Were the dinosaurs the Nephilim?
You know, I was thinking about it just now. Like, oh, maybe that's why they got flooded out. Maybe that was but they, you know, I don't know. Dinosaurs are kind of just ignored completely.
Well, the whole flood myth is pretty wild because I think, and I think this because the Y-Files told me this on YouTube.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the Y-Files?
I've heard of it.
Yeah. His co-host is a talking fish.
Nice.
You'd hate it.
Like fucking like
It's a goldfish.
Futurama
No,
style?
it's a goldfish with like a weird like New York like Jewish accent. You wouldn't like it
Why?
because you just think it's fucking goofy and dumb.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Friend of the show. I didn't say that.
No, I love it. I watch it all the
I
time.
guess Eric thinks it's goofy and dumb.
No, that's where I get all my research from. No, but I guess in almost every, if not every culture in the world,
Yeah.
they all have a flood myth.
A lot of them from one region.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, not so much in China.
No, they do.
Well, not to the extent. But
Well, there's always a myth of the world being reset.
right. Yeah. The biggest ones obviously being the Quran, Judaism, and
Yeah.
Islam,
But-
Judaism, and Christianity, which all happen to start in the same fucking spot.
Yeah, good call. Yeah, good call.
So I don't doubt there's probably a pretty big flood, and they did find like a city underneath the water in like one of the fucking bays off
Well,
the Dead Sea. I think.
Isn't it like if you look at like the fucking like the fucking what's that crazy desert in Africa, like the Sudan or like
No,
the
Sahara.
Yeah, if you look at the Sahara from like space and shit, you
Yeah.
can see like coastal fucking like washing away and stuff.
I know, but they always fight with it because they're like it could also be wind.
Oh, yeah, that
Right.
makes
It
actually
does the same.
that does make
Dude, I've been through this
Yeah.
a minute, and science comes in like anytime, especially with like Book of Enoch stuff. Like, well, perhaps it was like science is always at the ready to be like, "Excuse me, yeah, we don't know, and probably not." Dumbass. Like they're fucking hard. with
It's
it.
not that.
Yeah.
Well, what is it? Well, we don't.
Yeah, we don't actually know,
But-
it's not your fucking dumb thing. Like that's them, especially with the biblical shit.
Yeah.
The biblical shit, like do you know the Shroud of Turin?
Yes.
Yeah, so the one that they think Jesus was wrapped
Yeah,
in.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, the they have it, and it's been on display in the Catholic Church forever. But if you have the testing and then the fucking story, it's not great. So like that's one of the best examples of like you have this thing the Catholic Church is displaying it. This is the fucking shroud that Jesus was wrapped in when he died, right? And science is right behind him like, yeah, so this originated with a Templar knight who had a bunch of money problems, and then wouldn't you know it, he found his great granddad's treasure chest in his basement, and that's where the shroud came from. That's when he sold it to you guys. That's weird. Yeah, we did some testing on it, and all of this comes from the fucking 16th century. And you're just like, God damn.
Yeah.
But the church, to their credit, they come back with like, you tested the wrong part.
Yeah.
Like that was a patch that we did back in the day. Because you talk about too, it's like this. It's weird studying it because it's like the same institutions. So it's like they have record. They're like we patched it when there was a fire. Fucking 1,500 years ago.
It's actually a recreation.
Yeah. But like science is right there being like, oh yeah, the guy that was gonna like lose his house unless he came up with a super valuable object really quickly went down to his basement and found a sheet.
Dude, I think there's some I don't know if it's in the Vatican or somewhere, but like they have like Mary Magdalene's like skull.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
It's like in glass and like gold and shit.
Yeah.
Looks like a fucking like alien fucking space helmet.
Yeah.
I'll put it in.
Yeah, I heard about that one.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of them. Spear of Destiny they apparently have, but that one they think is a replica. I mean, the best one is the Ethiopia. I should put that out, dude. So there is a offshoot of Christianity
in Ethiopia.
Three different ones. They're all in Ethiopia, and they hold the entire biblical account as like canon.
Yeah.
So all of these books,
but don't they even have like some weird space shit? Like, like they have like stars that they point. Yeah.
Well, so that's the thing. Their Messiah in the Book of Enoch is called the Son of Man, and he's kind of the one referenced as like showing Enoch all this shit. At least that's what I put together. Like he's the one that's like either him or like another angel, and they're like named. It's like Gadriel and shit. They're all they're fucking badass Space Marine names. They're all like Lorelel, fucking Gadriel. Like you could tell these are the boys.
Have you ever looked into the Blood Angels that much? The Space Marine faction Blood Angels?
I mean, I've heard of them.
They're all angel names. They're all biblical names.
All of them are.
Yeah.
They're all like medieval knight.
Yeah.
And fucking
Ezekiel.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, even fucking Titus. Yeah. But so fuck, where was I? Oh yeah, the Son of Man. And so he's never referenced as like Jesus or anything like that. So he's never it's just he's kind of this mysterious like prophet Messiah figure that's like chosen by God to show this other dude all this shit. But he's never like called Jesus or anything. So it's one of the main gripes they have too, is because he's supposed to be the Son of God and it's the Son of Man. It's a different spin. But I loved it. But all of these fucking books, if they're all in one like story,
Ark of the Covenant.
Oh yeah. So there's one Ethiopian church that like
they say
that's
have
the
it.
best one.
They say they have it.
Yeah,
right?
Nobody can go in.
Yeah,
nobody can go in. Dude, that one's wild. So they pick one guy that gets to go in and watch it and just like look after it, and he's there for life. He doesn't leave that building. And they usually, for some reason, the Ark makes them sick. Like pretty quick,
like it's radiation sickness.
They like go blind and shit. Yeah, and they all say it's from the Ark.
Well, they're also like locked in a room their whole life. They probably went blind for other reasons.
Yeah. Fuck Harry Palms. I'm playing with it.
Allegedly. But isn't the Ark of the Covenant? Isn't that supposed to be some crazy super weapon?
Well,
or is that ancient
they
aliens
used it
bullshit?
as a super weapon.
Okay,
yeah. So the Ark of the Covenant, we could do another one on that, but like all the Knights Templar shit, I might do at one point because there's a lot of lore in there.
Talk about a fucking nosebleed of research in that one. Was this one crazy to research?
Fucking impossible.
Yeah,
dude, read a biblical text.
No,
just start it, and you're like, dude, I fucking don't know what's happening. But the Cliff Notes and like the Wikipedia and all that helps a lot.
Yeah, the closest thing I got to reading biblical text is that one fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger movie, End of Days.
Yeah. Where he defeats Satan with a fucking Uzi.
Yeah.
How is he going to kill this fucking giant fiery demon? He's going to shoot the fuck out of it like a man.
With a fucking trench coat and glasses. Didn't he have like round glasses?
I don't know.
And he's like blonde. And he was like blonde.
He's blonde, yeah. He's like an alcoholic cop.
Yeah, wasn't one of his last movies before he became governor, or was it after? I think it was before. I think it was
right before.
Yeah, it was kind of when his career started kind of fizzling a little bit.
They got that dude from The Usual Suspects to play the devil. Remember?
Who?
Like one of the main dudes from The Usual Suspect is the guy he possesses. Yeah. Remember he comes out and he like makes out with the chick. I remember that. as a
Kevin
little kid.
Spacey?
No, the other main dude.
Oh,
The
yeah.
dark hair.
The
He's
dark
the
hair.
end of days like
Okay.
guy that's like the devil for most of it. The possessed dude.
Okay.
I just remember as a little kid, he like goes in the bathroom and the fucking thing finds him and possesses him. And then he comes out and he like fucking is all, ugh. And he comes out and he just grabs some chick's titty out. He like plops it out at dinner and just makes out with her all crazy. And you're like,
Like
whoa!
right in front of her husband or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. You're like, oh, whoa! And just walks off like a boss.
Spicy.
What are we at?
I don't know, like fucking 3-4 hours.
Yeah. Fuck, dude, there's a lot to unpack on this one.
Yeah,
There's
yeah.
a lot to unpack. The astrological fucking travels and
Yeah.
whatnot. Like, that was a lot of it, too, is the star searching. And I don't know, man. I don't know.
Weird shit.
I think that this is a fucking really ancient account of alien abduction. I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
And then everything else is kind of like, because like the whole aliens breeding with us is really fucking like, that's always been around.
Yeah, that's
They wanna
always
mix
been
with
around.
us
Oh,
somehow.
yeah.
They make like human
Yeah,
alien
and they-
hybrids and shit.
And they always lump the Nephilim in that shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's one of the things they like harken back to. It's one of the things that came down, fucked us, made babies. Anyway, I'll leave it to you. This one was a little rough. It was a little rough to research, a little fucking rough to get through.
It was fun though.
Yeah, it was super fun.
Yeah, I love this shit. I love
Once you get the fucking gist of it, you're just like, oh yeah, this
Yeah.
is right up my alley.
Yeah, this is a wild ride for sure.
Yeah, I wish there was an AI thing that you could put like shit like this into, and then it'll spit out like if you could take like, hey, give me the Book of Enoch, but write it how the fucking author of like Conan the Barbarian wrote, and then spit that like put it through that filter.
That's what they do with AI.
Yeah, yeah,
Like, that can happen.
fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'll show you right after this
Oh, thank
how to
God.
do it.
Oh, I thought it was all evil, just trying to kill us.
No, it's just doing all of our like fun stuff.
Yeah,
Like drawing pictures and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All our artistic
Yeah,
endeavors.
yeah.
I thought these things were supposed to do all the manual labor, so we didn't have to.
Nope.
We could just live lives
Nope.
of luxury.
They're just making boobs.
Yep. Well, they're damn good at it.
Hey,
Yeah.
someone's got to be.
Well, that's the Book of Enoch from me.
Cool. You want to
Yeah.
call it?
Yeah.
All right, that was a fun one.
Let's see where we're at.
Yeah, thanks for all your research.
Thank you.
All right, everybody, like, subscribe, check
Yeah.
out the Instagram.
Yeah.
Producer Nikki wasn't here.
He'll be back next time.
Yeah,
Hopefully. Yeah.
R.I.P.
Yeah. Yeah.
He'll be back. Don't worry.
Yeah.
folks.
Later, Nikki.